Hey, what's up everybody? This is Chris with WooCurve, and in this video I'm going to show you a little exercise that you can do to instantly come up with really cool ideas that you would never think about for things like headlines on your sales page, email subject lines, and even if you don't consider yourself a copywriter, if you're running a business, you know that the copy, the words that you use to talk about your product or service or whatever you sell, those are so important because those words are the ones that ultimately end up convincing and encouraging somebody to do business with you, to become a customer. So what I'm going to show you today is a little bit of a hack that I've used before just to get ideas, especially if I'm dealing with writer's block or something like that. So let me just walk you through it really quick. And so what you want to do is you go to somewhere like Amazon. I mean, Amazon's great because they sell everything. So for example, let's just say that my online store, I'm in men's grooming, and I sell beard products. That's something that's really popular right now. So let's say that I sell beard oil, and what I would do is I would go to Amazon. I would just type in beard oil. I'm going to skip the sponsored stuff, and I'm going to look at this guy here. Okay, so Amazon's Choice. It's got a ton of reviews, so this is good. And I'm going to go down, and what we're going to do is we're going to look at the one-star reviews. Now, I've covered this in another video where you can look at one-star reviews to see what kind of gaps your product, if you're doing product research about a new product, you can use this same method to see if there's opportunity to come in and compete in a market. But if you already have a product, you can use this to address objections that your potential customers have, even if they're not aware of the objection. So wanted to point that out. Okay, so right off the bat, I see terrible smell for this one. These are the one-star reviews. The smell's bad. You like smelling like a car air freshener. Unique smell, not my cup of tea. Into the bin it went. Yuck. Greasy and grimy. All right, so just on this first page, I'm seeing that this particular brand, these folks, they didn't like the smell. So there's probably a good chance that that is a concern, whether it's conscious or subconscious in your prospect's mind. So if I'm running a beard store, I'm going to make sure that I actually address that concern in letting them know that being very descriptive in the way that I talk about the smells of my beard oil. I'm going to say, it's not greasy and grimy. That's good alliteration there. I like that. So let's just go to another one real quick, and I think you kind of get the idea of the exercise. And then I'll show you how you use it in application. All right, so let's just go to this one. Another one-star, and is this a leave-in conditioner? Oh, fragrance-free. Okay. All right. So, I don't get much from this headline, so I'm just going to look through. Okay, I put it on. I smelled landfill outside. I realized that it was a beard oil. Okay, so this beard oil made him smell like a landfill. All right. Interesting. That could be an interesting subject line or an email. I live in the desert. Then sealant. Okay, I went out by again. This stuff made my facial hair thin. I think is what he meant to say. It began to fall out. Interesting. There's no effect at all. All right, it didn't make it softer and less itchy, so it made it, make sure that my beard oil, that I make it clear that it actually has these ingredients that moisturize your face, and I could even spend time talking about where the ingredients come from, why they're better than other ingredients in other brands, how they make sure your face doesn't feel itchy, it doesn't feel greasy and grimy. And these are just, positioning ideas that I've come up with that are not really things that I necessarily would have come up with on my own, So there we go. So these are just things that I necessarily would not have come up with on my own. And the way that you can start to use this, so for sure you can use it in your emails, but even on your checkout pages. So here's a checkout page, one of the templates out of Handsome Checkout. Here in my bullet points, if I said, here's everything you get, I'm gonna highlight that the smell is amazing, depending on the actual product. So if it's like a forest type of smell, I'm gonna highlight that here. If I've got a testimonial here on how great it smelled, I'm gonna put that there. So there are a lot of things I could talk about with this product, right? A lot of things that I could feature, but because I see these kind of 1-star reviews that are telling me this is what people have not liked, and maybe a reason that they've sent it back. Those are going to be the things I'm going to test featuring on my checkout page and on my sales copy. So it kind of helps filter out the things and the features and benefits that matter most. So moisturizing, not itchy, not greasy and grimy. I really like that one, greasy and grimy. And then, here's the thing too. Let's say that I'm using beard oil in my upsell, and the same thing would apply. So if I'm selling, a beard brush or shampoo or something like that, then on my upsell page after buying this, then I would have, as a big headline, talking about the same kind of stuff where, and this is just an example of what an upsell page could look like, just the big headline right there, or you kind of see how we do it with Handsome Checkout. So, and even these kind of headlines here that we came up with, less so on this one, but on here we knew that, building a page or checkout page inside of WooCommerce took a long time for most folks. And so we highlighted how our solution, Handsome Checkout, lets you do it in just seconds. So that's kind of where that idea came from. This one is more of kind of a fascination. We could probably test some different lead-ins on this one. But anyway, that's getting off the point. The exercise that would be worth your time today is to go to Amazon and do a search for one of your products that you're selling. Look at the 1-star reviews, and just kind of start writing down on a notepad or a document on your computer, just what people are saying that they don't like. Take about 10 minutes, and all you have to do is just trying to come up with 5 or 10 consistent things you're seeing that people don't like about the particular product, and then from there, what you want to do is you take those objections and you try to come up with positive statements of how your product addresses those objections. So if the complaint is it smells bad, then the statement that you would write next to that is, if it's something that kind of has like a foresty smell in the beard oil example, smells like a freshly cut cedar tree. You get something really specific and descriptive. If greasy and grimy is a complaint, you might say something like, save the grease for your car, not your face, or something like that. Or you just talking about how your product isn't greasy and grimy. Your product won't make your face itchy. And in fact, we can talk about ingredients in other pieces of content. So you can see just how really quickly you start to get ideas of what you should address to your market, And the great thing is that you can test these really fast. So you can do an email piece of content in an email about this one specific feature of how your beard oil smells awesome, and then include a buy link to it, and also talk about how if you don't like the smell, well, you're protected from our 30-day money-back guarantee, that kind of stuff. So wanted to share this with you. It's something that I use quite a bit and found to be just really, really helpful. And like I said, even if you are not a copywriter, this will give you ideas for coming up with different positioning tactics. But then also, if you've got somebody who's submitting copy to you, you want to know where they got their ideas from. You want to make sure that it's actually using the voice of the customer. And specifically, the more you get to know your market through this exercise, the more you'll be able to recognize when somebody submits copy to you, whether it's going to work or not. So that's what I got for you today. Hope it was helpful. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think, and hope you have a great day.